Welcome back, everybody. Game number 2 is here, ready for you and waiting as we get ourselves hyped up and ready for this match. I can't wait because I am desperately waiting to see LGD try and swing back into this game. And Lacoste, he is just screaming with anticipation.
Yeah, I want to see not that one-sided game as we've seen in the previous one. Opening, kind of different approach. Bounty Hunter, first pick. Let's see what Team Secret has. I think Razor is that pick that you should not miss a chance if you have it to actually pick the hero. Tusk as well, one of my favorites. I'm gonna repeat it once again. He needs nerf. Level 1 ice shards, 7 seconds duration, which is pretty easy to execute. Plus, when you hit level 2, you can just gank from the fog. It's way too good. That's just Earthshaker 4.0.
Yeah. Out of this world. Razor here, really good for Secret across all the lanes. You know, all of their players play it, including the off-lane Fata has been known to bring out that Razor from time to time. And it also, with Omni in the pool, means that LGD are unlikely to pick that hero because of that matchup that we see being so disadvantageous for the Omni Knight. So that's on the cards for Team Secret to think about picking up later on, potentially. But Bounty for LGD. This hero potentially going to be the one that controls these lanes and makes sure they have a better time. And along with the Queen of Pain, that lane domination in the mid spot, giving maybe a much better time and trying to have that momentum going, should help LGD.
Yeah, they picked Queen of Pain because she's not really affected by Tusk.
10 seconds.
If you use Charge, you can just blink away. If you use Snowball, blink away. Then you have a Tusk who's on the tower, which is pretty good. Most of the time, people, when playing against Tusk and they still didn't pick a mid-hero, go for Queen of Pain.
One thing that LGD do have to think about as well is Puppey is unkilled in his last 2 games. Got to try and at least snipe a kill on Puppey. So maybe with that Sonic Wave. Just aim it, you know. Middle of the eyes there. Up against Puppey. Witch Doctor ban.
Yeah, Witch Doctor FY plays a really good Witch Doctor. It's not a position 4. It's more position 4. Sorry, than position 5. Witch Doctor, he goes for Spirit Vessel, and that's a lot of damage with Maledict. He does the same thing with Disruptor as well.
Also nice to amp up the Voodoo Restoration. It's always interesting to see, you know, from time gone by, Bounty has always kind of been that 4-role hero, you know, buys pretty big items as he gets the track gold flowing in. But more recently we've seen, you know, Earth Spirit, Spirit Breaker, even Bounty Hunters to some extent kind of play that 5 role early on, especially, buy all the wards. Later on, get yourself, you know, 1 item while the other support, like a Rubik, for instance, is probably a good example, gets a bit more of the money. But it's still open here for their farm distribution. You're never quite sure until the draft is done what's going to be happening.
10 seconds remaining.
LGD with their final ban of this second stage. Such a difficult... Like, honestly, do you just ban the Omni here and say you can't have Omni Razor? Or is there something that you're more afraid of?
They should just ban out Omni. Omni Razor is way too good of a combo to not have it. One cancels the other, and when they're together, it's amazing duo.
It sure is. Well, they will think long and hard about this. You know, there's still heroes out there like the Lone Druid, for instance, that could come out for Ace if they're a little more afraid of that. It's in fact the Tide. They ban out Fata's Tide Hunter. Offlane hero gone, so Team Secret now with options. Omni Knight, Lone Druid, Sand King is out there in the pool, but with a Tusk and a, you know, don't want to kind of put those two together in a support role unless you're thinking about the offlane SK, which is a hero we haven't seen, I feel, for the past couple of series. It was very, very big in the best of ones.
Yeah, he was mostly picked in best of ones, even in the first stage. Well, because Sand King is a hero that's easy to execute, can be played as 3 and as 4, provides you with team fight capabilities, good at every stage of the game. What are you looking at, Durka?
Teams. I like looking at their past drafts. Look for any, you know, patterns that may emerge. I can't see... Now, Tusk Razor is such an open opener. It really could be anything that they want to go for. And Razor's so oftenly banned.
Yeah, and we know why. Also,
LGD's
Dragon Knight
turn
is
to
one.
pick.
There it is. So they have a double melee roaming duo, even though it could be a Tusk on an offlane, which I doubt it's gonna be. But some teams love to run it. Even though Tusk is a great counter to Bounty Hunter, because even if
10
just pop a
seconds
dust,
remaining.
that's pretty much always a kill on Bounty. But they want to have something else.
5
And it's gonna be a
seconds
position
remaining.
5 Spirit Breaker, most likely.
The puppy Spirit Breaker. Yeah, you're saying that maybe the Tusk can go in offlane, right? But these two as a support duo, not that bad, really.
Like, the Spirit Breaker is a hero that doesn't need items. If you can get something, it's good, but he just needs to be active early on and get levels. That's it.
Yeah, I think
Even if you have a Shadow Blade or whatever, you're just gonna do the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, for me, you know, the two biggest things, one of them you've already mentioned is the kind of chase ability on the Bounty with that dust, but also having that magic immunity piercing disable, so heroes like Lifestealer, like Juggernaut, for instance, would be less optimal for LGD if they were deciding to pick into it. But there is the Sand King, it finally comes out. This feels like an
10
offlane, a
seconds
Chalice
remaining.
hero, to me, with the way it's been picked up.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I'm thinking about Puck for Team Secret, some AoE control, something to hold them in place, even though they have pretty much enough with Tusk and Spirit Breaker. But a silence for Queen of Pain, initiation tool, classic one, sounds good to me.
How has Naga gone through untouched?
It's puppy stubbornness, man. He feels like he can beat it and doesn't want to play it.
Here, LGD, you try to take it again. We'll destroy you with it. I guess Gyro and Disruptor both banned out along with a Tide. Limits the amount of combinations you can have with that Naga Siren. But Secret, you've got to start giving some things away here now. Where's this Razor heading? What's the Tusk up to? We're pretty certain that Spirit Breaker is going to be in that 5 spot for Puppy, charging around the map and causing havoc. You do need another core hero to come up and potentially some kind of AoE team fight. You know, you look towards the Puck for that control, and they'll dodge all of it, in fact, with PL doppelgangering himself into existence. Team Secret. A nice little illusion hero there, but against Queen of Pain Sand King, there is some way to clear those illus.
There is a way, but it's going to be Phantom Lancer against Queen of
seconds
Pain on mid.
remaining.
Phantom Lancer does all right because he can just remove the Shadow Strike from
5
Queen of Pain. He's not really
remaining.
affected by Bounty Hunter roaming around. He's gonna need some help definitely on a mid lane from either Spirit Breaker or Tusk.
Sand King Bounty Quap. Is this just another Arme TB game?
I don't know. Picking Nyx would be kind of suicidal.
Faceless Void.
Yeah, for sure. Against Spirit Breaker, PL,
Yeah.
Razor, even with the Radiance build, Razor just links you up and chases you down.
So pretty much any single melee hero can build into Battle Fury, which is a must against Phantom Lancer with the Sand King
10
stun, Queen of
seconds
Pain,
remaining.
Faceless Void. They have enough to actually deal with PL
5
illusions.
seconds remaining.
And they've not really got anything to stop Void from doing damage in the Chrono, right? They've got Ice Shards, which can maybe trap the Void out and mess with him there, but no real disables or stuns to go into the Chrono. Seems like a decent pick all around. You know, trap the PL, trap the Razor before the Link or the Doppelganger come out.
LGD's turn
Timber saw
to
the final
ban.
ban from Secret. I've got that double strength melee support duo, or one offlane, one support, but Timber could have been reasonably good up against the PL as well.
Maybe some tower damage for Team Secret as an offlaner.
10 seconds
Could be,
remaining.
I don't know, I'm thinking about Pugna with
5 seconds
saving
remaining.
capabilities for Void with the Creepify, and that's the tower damage for the
LGD's
push.
turn to pick.
But they might... it's really hard to guess Team Secrets what they're gonna pick, because
Anything.
anything, like, they can make a lot of things work.
Like I was saying before, this could be a fatter Razor with, you know, a Razor Tusk dual offlane.
Yeah.
Then they have something else for Ace, you know, the
10
Lone Druid
seconds
comes to mind
remaining.
that they could pick up for themselves. It's all super, super open. I mean, they could go back for like a Beastmaster if they want to. Well, LGD, Jakiro as their final pick. So it looks like a Bounty Jakiro support duo. Nice bit of damage to pump into that Chrono there as well. Some good AoE clear and some catch up against the Spirit Breaker charge and the PL Doppelganger. I like LGD's
10
draft.
seconds remaining.
It looks reasonable, looks pretty good, but you know,
5
we've
seconds
seen
remaining.
how Secret play and how they move across the map. It isn't just all about these wombo combos.
And there it is.
With the Wraith King. Oh, but who's gonna play? Oh, just pick your heroes. Come on, Secret. Who's playing what?
Puppy Wraith King, man. That's position 5 Wraith King right there.
That's the thing, though. Ace has played Wraith King a bunch on this team as well in the one role. So it could have been him, but you're right. You are right, Lacoste, as always, with the Puppy Wraith.
So it's gonna be a mid one. So what do they have?
An offlane Spirit Breaker.
Oh god, please no.
He's going to swap with the Tusk, right?
I hope so.
It's a
It's
safe lane Spirit Breaker.
What's happening, man? This team Secret. They have 4 melee heroes against Sanking, Void, and Jakiro. That feels so weird. I don't know. I just want to see it. Fast forward, speed, ×3. Let's see.
It's a
okay, Gary?
It's a fatter razor. I got that much. I got that much wrong.
All right, it's Ace on a Wraith King.
Okay, okay, there we go. This feels like they're trolling LGD here, aren't they? The break in between games, the waiting to get into the lobby, the mind games between Puppy and FY definitely in full swing in this series. As Secret taking on LGD game number 2 in its best of 3. Puppy, Puppy, Puppy. So Ace on the Wraith King, his one roll there should be pretty decent to deal up against this LGD lineup with that reincarnation. So good up against these big wombo combo lineups. Of course, you have to cycle your spells and keep him kited as long as you possibly can. Starts himself off with a mango. All good.
Yeah, this seems like it's gonna be a good game for Chalice on a Sanking against 4 melee heroes, and since Fata is playing that offlane Razor, it means that he's gonna be getting help from Tusk on top. So Sanking is gonna be against 2 melee heroes, especially if someone else rotates a Bounty, a Jakiro, they could score easy kills.
Definitely a potential for them. So Puppy starts things off here. Orb Venom with some dust also to track back on the Bounty Hunter. We've seen Ace's build already. Yapzor gonna buy himself some little obs wards. Try and buy into the boots a little bit later. So pretty poor on the Tusk for now. But Fata, Windlace there, already up. And like you're saying, the kind of aggressive dual lane here. Tusk and Razor gonna pair up nicely. While mid one PL, of course, in the middle lane. Already cutting down a whole bunch of trees here. Make it a little easier to stack up these camps for him, potentially. We'll see what he gets up to in that
Or
area.
he's just bored.
Or he's just absolutely bored out of his mind. Charge onto Chalice. Oh, 6 seconds till the bounty rune comes, and Chalice very afraid of what's coming his way. The chain stun is there, and they'll secure themselves the bounty as the dive away from Chalice gets out of danger. I am looking, though, at Maybe's build.
Yeah, that's quite different, but it gives you what, 2, 4, 7, 8 damage, and plus Fairy Fire as well. That's 10 damage. It helps you last hit so much. He has the same amount of damage almost as PL, even though he's ranged.
That's right. Pretty close to it. PL does have that Quelling Blade, and of course, that's the attack animation. Slight advantage there to get some CS in. So laning setup. Ace and Puppy, Wraith King and Spirit Breaker, and now it's a Jakiro Sand King lane. You were mentioning that additional bit of help coming into that bot lane for the SK.
Yeah, once they hit level 2, Jakiro and Sand King against 2 melee heroes, yeah, it's gonna be a really disaster, this lane bottom for Team Secret. But so it's gonna be top lane as well. Razor's gonna free farm Bounty, can't help out. I expect Tusk to actually rotate to a bottom lane and leave Razor alone, since he's really not threatened by Bounty and Void.
Fata, 5 stolen damage against the Void. And that Time Walk being very nice against the Static Link, of course. Yapzor will start to make a bit of a move here elsewhere. And it's kind of difficult, right, for this Tusk, you know? You mentioned that you can't really gank the Queen of Pain because the Blink is there. He's maybe going for this Blink Scream build against the PL, knowing that the Doppelganger available from mid one. He's very good at dodging out the Shadow Strikes, so not going to be wasting any skill points or mana or time in that endeavor. A bit of a dive from Fata here onto Ame. Unstable current. Pops out onto the Void's face. Or the lack thereof. I do apologize.
Yeah.
That was insensitive of me, Mr. Void. Jakiro getting punched around a bit. Charged through, but Burrow Strike in. Catches Poppy. Now
Look at
with
the
dual
slow.
breath. Good quick TP though. Gets him back to Fountain.
Yeah, but the problem is when they get to level 3, level 2 Burrow Strike, plus the amount of slow they provide, it's just way too good of a lane.
It's
getting more and more difficult for Secret down here. And in the meantime, Void isn't doing that poorly up at top. 6 and 4, and you compare that to the Wraith Kings, 4 and 0. Ace definitely having a pretty rough time down here, but mid one making up for it in that middle lane. Bashing back this poor Queen of Pain.
Every time he has a Phantom Rush, he just uses it if she's not in the range of a tower. Clicks her a couple of times. If she uses a Shadow Strike, uses Doppelganger. Bottom lane, they even rotate the Bounty Hunter.
Two-man stun with a Mango play. Chalice in onto Ace and Poppy. Wraith King does turn back with a stun, and Yapso arrives with a great shards play there. FY and Chalice trying to get in deep, but Ace cuts through some trees, and First Blood goes the way of Yapso. Ace is still alive here with no stun available from the Sand King. He turns back, the Snowball safe, comes on through, and Chalice in all sorts of trouble. They'll take him down for a double. Yapso maybe looking for more here as Poppy bashes back
17.
X-Nova. There's the double nice with a double bash, and X-Nova getting slapped around under this Radiant Tier 1. A 3 for nothing. Team Secret, Yapso's TP, snappy, instant, and an absolute wonder to turn around that fight.
They were way too deep, diving under the tower, knowing that Tusk has a TP with the Snowball to save people. Not sure what the call was, but...
The call was kill this bloody Wraith King.
Yeah, and meanwhile on top, Razor is having a good time. He is against the melee hero. Yeah, this lane on the bottom is practically lost right now. Both of the supports got a lot of gold, so they can invest into dusts against Bounty, against the Sand King.
Oh, the Null is here for Quap. Needs to bring out another one in a second. Can blink over towards the DD rune, refill that bottle. She went for between the Nulls. FY's Bounty still sitting at level 2 as Poppy closes in on 3. Yapso also in the vicinity. Needs to try and get himself away here. Maybe looks for the Snowball. Dodges
Nice
the
dodge.
Burrow Strike as Chalice a little bit too quick there. Now the charge through. Yapso will be kept alive for a little longer. There's no dual breath for 4. A Burrow Strike ready now from Chalice. Should catch in here, and finally Yapso dies, but the expenditure there, pretty big. Again, 3 heroes, all being brought down to this bottom lane, and all they get is a Tusk.
Yeah, no mana on Wraith King. He needs to get something. He even used the stun on a creep to get a last hit and didn't even get it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty sad. Is Yapso bringing anything? No, no clarities for Ace. Nothing like that. Middle lane, mid one. A bit of a poke back from FY. Maybe still in here. Double damage expires. Yeah, Ace, time to buy some mangoes there. He's got a mango and a clarity from that courier. They'll move in now. Mango ready for Ace to get that stun to pop out. Jakiro is the target of choice. Chalice with a 2-man stun. No, Poppy dodged away from it, and the Ice Shard will trap the Jakiro in. Chalice trying to get a bit more damage in onto Ace as the bash pushes the Jakiro back, out and away, but they have the Snowball to potentially make a play. Yapso has to get it off now. Can he get this kill though?
What's going on, Jakiro?
Tango HP regen is there. The shards won't come in time.
Oh, he didn't want to use it right away because he was kind of greedy. Wanted to stun both him and the Sand King.
Fata TP's out top. He gets hit by a bash and he's like, okay, I'm gonna pray to RNG here. You pretty much know that the bash won't come a second time, or well, I say no very loosely there.
Radiant are
It should work like that.
A good pseudo TP.
Yeah.
Spirit Breaker, where are you off to? Grabs the bounty rune. Mid one secures top arcane. Maybe. Having a much better game so far. 29-10. Mid one. Still free farming, but this trader farm in the mid lane was to be expected. Very difficult for both of the 4 roles on either team to harass or do any real damage. in that middle lane, but bottom
Charge
charge onto
incoming.
X-Nova. Chalice, he's here with a potential burrow strike onto 2. Again, very good stuns from the Sand King, but I don't know if he can save X-Nova. With the shards trapping the Jakiro in, Ace will slice down the double-headed dragon. Chalice sticks around a little bit longer here, but the snowball will come out, stun up the Sand King, 2-man stun
He has
again.
a charge.
He has 1 charges here on Ace, who turns around and stuns, but the
Whoa!
Sonic Wave! Maybe with an instant triple. Queen of Pain comes in and, well, mind games, screw you. I'm a Queen of Pain.
Dire's middle tower
That
is
big
under
ulti from
attack.
Queen of Pain, even though she got bashed at the right or wrong moment, or whatever you want to call it. She's level 8, meanwhile Jakiro is gonna get some levels in the mid lane. Faceless Void is level 6, almost level 7, so they should play around the Chronosphere. Yeah, they're already behind him.
Yeah, they're trying to hunt the Razor. They've got Burrow Strike and Epicenter. Don't even know if they need the Chrono here. It looks
Nope.
like Fata is dead regardless. Nicely done.
Right now, the lineup from Team Secret is gonna need a lot of time to actually kick in. They can make a move with both Spirit Breaker and Tusk to get some kills around, but Phantom Lancer needs a lot of time to come online. Same goes for Wraith King, especially because he was sacked in the laning stage. What is he sitting at? Brown boots and gloves.
He's got gloves on the courier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he does. Feels much more comfort zone for LGD, right? They've got stuns, they've got catch, they've got AoE, they've got these combos they can play with. Feels much nicer from them the way they're moving around the map and utilizing, especially Chalice on this Sand King. Much more of an active role that he's playing in this game rather than the Omni Knight in comparison in the last one. And we'll spot out Yapzor here about half HP. Looking to try and land a burrow, unfortunately just misses out. The Queen of Pain still chasing forward though,
Dire's
as the
structures
snowball
are
is forced.
fortified.
Dragged back, and Yapzor throws 1 last shards out to try and do some damage to the wave, but he will die.
See,
At the, okay, actually mid one with the double damage rune took the tower to almost half HP.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And an immediate TP from Chalice here. Doppelganger's on cooldown
Oh, he has no boots. It's
the-
okay, he just put it in.
in the backpack.
Yep.
Back down towards bottom again, maybe and X-Nova. Gonna get charged up here on the Jakiro. No real follow through there, just putting the fear into them. Make them a little bit worried about what's coming in around the corner, but Ace is just AFK farming jungle for now. He needs to get levels up, like you're saying, he was kind of sacked in that lane. 2,300 net worth, not the best spot to be in, but Wraith King, relatively good jungler. We were talking about him making appearances in our pubs. I don't think we'll see the Mask of Manus Deso or whatever nonsense build that comes out in pub games. It'll be the armlet, it looks like, here for Ace.
Yeah, but he farms really fast with the skeletons.
Yeah.
Now, well, I mean, you can't control them, and they feed away a lot of gold if they're gonna come to mid lane right now.
Well, FY dies, but the snowball bottom, X-Nova, going to get trapped in here. Static link from Fata as maybe he looks to blink forward aggressively. Sonic Wave is ready if he switches to Intreds, but the trouble is he's already dead. Jumped in to get a kill on Puppy, you know, that's the...
That's not worth it in the end. That's a lot of XP for Team Secret. Razor gets the last hit. Still no chronos used.
Yeah, true.
Time is
I
money.
mean, maybe there Ame could have TP'd down and looked for a
Look at
play.
the gold on Sand King. He almost has a blink dagger and mana boots.
That's very nice. Sitting just behind the Void, and he's ahead of the PL in
If
net
we
worth.
call them mana boots, can we call Tranquil boots
Health boots?
Health boots?
Yeah, sure. If you want to. You can do anything you want, Lacoste.
Were they actually called mana boots at one point? I don't even remember. I think they did.
I don't think so. Oh, crap. You've distracted me. Was that a chrono? That was a chrono. They kill mid one. But they were called Arcane Ring first, right? In Dota 1. There was the ring that you had to buy with energy booster and something else. Ring of Protection. There was a time in Dota when there was no arcane boots. You had to
Yeah,
buy the arcane
yeah.
ring. But I don't think they were called mana
Radiant's
boots.
top tower is under
But I may be
attack.
wrong.
So that's a blink dagger on a Sand King. Epicenter is ready.
Radiant's bottom tower
with
is
Russia
under
from
attack.
Love.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I think you got that one the wrong way around, but okay. Fata drains a bit of damage out.
Could be. FY only level 4. I want to see if they they should implement that to see if enemy team has a tome
Radiant's
or
middle tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
a smoke. How many are
Smokes,
left?
obs.
Yeah, nice bait.
Ice Path not going to land onto Puppey. He's in there with a dust onto FY, but the skeleton's chasing down Chalice. No Burrow Strike ready. He's being ripped apart. That damage too much.
Yeah, these skeletons actually deal a lot of damage. I think he summoned like 5 of them with 37 attack. Plus they have a
Vampora.
yeah, that doesn't increases the damage, but they have attack speed which is pretty fast. Look at them hitting. Pew, 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 pew.
Worthy
Yeah, they're
to
slaying.
protect.
What's been happening top lane then? Mid one trying to pressure the Void a little bit here, it looks like. Arme well on his way towards the Battle Fury, while the PL doesn't have anything queued up. Not sure exactly where he's heading, but epicenter bottom lane, Fata very far forward, moves in to try and take down the Jakiro. Unfortunately for him, the Queen of Pain arrives and makes short work of him. Again, the Razor will take a tumble.
Dire's middle tower.
Still, this is an off-lane Razor with Phase Drums Aquila. You're pretty damn happy with where he is right now. Top of the net worth, in fact. On his team, of course.
Yeah, Queen of Pain is extremely farmed. 6,000, level 11, almost level 12. This sanking is going to cause a lot of problems for Team Secret, because 4 melee heroes, and once they get the Bounty Hunter to level 6, they can easily kite around with the extra movement speed they get. But the problem is Tom was, I guess, purchased since Jakiro is level 7.
Yeah, looks like it. FY tracking back onto mid one. Doppelganger is here. Forced to use it as he is low HP, up on the high ground with the shards to block LGD away from the Phantom Lancer. The Sonic Wave goes out, but the PL's already far away. Snowball back into Chalice, but the Ice Path onto Yapzor. At least they'll secure themselves this little Tusk kill. But mid one getting out there, I mean, that was a great effort from himself and the rest of the team to allow him to escape. Puppey goes in. Very aggressive plays. Razor from the high ground, baits out the Chrono. Lands only onto Fata now with the Macroplier down. Razor will get focused as Puppey has died. PL trying to rejoin, but the damage output from LGD too much. Now a track back in, mid one Doppelgangers away. Can he juke with these illusions? No, Chalice with the big stun in will make sure that LGD sweep through 4 of them.
Yeah, they should have just waited for the last kill to be track kill as well. The way they started this fight was really good. Deep 2 wards. Look at the wardings coming out from LGD. They're playing around Team Secret's forest. Oh, it's gonna be another kill.
Well, you can snowball potentially, but it looks like LGD will come in from the back anyway. This is maybe with the double damage rune, the charge through. Ace stuns up Chalice. The Burrow Strike lands though with the Ice Path there, but Ace wasn't caught. Queen of Pain aiming there for a nice little snipe out on Yapzor, but they'll lose their Sand King in exchange. This time maybe not so worth it. But Ace dying to Shadow Strike here. 1 charge, armlet toggle. Yeah, okay, he's got it. He's a god. Never mind. What am I talking
Dust on
about?
cooldown.
FY's out.
Faceless Void has Battle Fury in 800 gold, so that's gonna help a lot against PL illusions. PL not that farm. I think they should just play more around Razor when Chronosphere is on cooldown. Like right now, they should pressure top tower.
Yeah, Ace armlet, drums, Razor. They've got a pretty strong and tanky front line here to go and pressure towers. Mid one. I wish. Come on, just let me click on the real hero. There we go. Not too far away from Diffusal, but like you're saying, definitely needs that ramp up time. LGD. Chrono back in 25. Battle Fury nearly done. They're hitting their timings pretty nicely here as we're also looking towards the Lincoln Sphere from maybe.
Yep. Jakiro is building a little bit of everything. His spells goes 2-2, then gets 1 more in Liquid Fire, needs ulti for Chronosphere, but I suppose he's gonna max the Ice Path now. That's his strongest spells, because it scales the best. 2.5 seconds duration with 9 seconds cooldown on level 4.
Yeah. They don't lack damage with, you know, a Quapper Sand King, having that extra control against PL illusions in particular. Very nice indeed, as Fata does get jumped on a little bit. Force out the Shrine there, still afraid though, keeps on sprinting as maybe holds the high ground with the Sonic Wave ready to go. Bottom lane though, Arme jumps in, jumps out, shakes it all about. Yapzor hiding in the trees. Doesn't really like the Pokey pokey too much.
A lot of farm on Ame.
It's a whole double creep wave there, all cleaved through. What's that now for him? Moving into a Yasha. Yeah, Puppy, you give up on that charge. You do not go in there. So Secret this time around, playing a little bit from behind, 9 to 15, but the net worth lead from LGD isn't that substantial. It's this spread from Secret across 3 cores, plus the Tusk having a ton of money. While on LGD, it's really the top 2 that have the majority of the net worth. Mid one now, doppelgangering away, gets out of the epicenter, and on this low ground, he's in a decent position to jump out as well, but the nice time dilation will stop the doppelganger from coming out again. The nice Phantom Rush, even better, gets onto the high ground, but one more punch to the snowball save. Oh, it's going to keep him alive. Ice Path in with the Chrono there. Doppelganger, mid one is still up and running. The macro buy clearing through Ace. Now they'll bring him down. But that's the reincarnation. He's able to come through and cycle his spells again. Fata's still going, and X-Nova in trouble. Burst Strike from Chalice does catch 2, and Ace, they need to focus him. But Jakiro and Bounty both dead. There's no track, there's no control, there's no Sand King stun. He's in the Sandstorm, and Ame is dead. Team Secret with a huge team fight, kill 4, and only lose 1.
Yeah, big mistake there by Jakiro. He used Ice Path right away in Chronosphere and tried to hit Macropyre on both, but actually only hit Raid King, which Raid King does not care about his first life. Not the best Chrono. I was expecting Chronosphere before on 2 heroes that were standing here, and Phantom Lancer also played well, juked around with Phantom Rush.
Like, he jumped down with Doppelganger, then Phantom
back.
rushed up,
Yeah.
and then they had the snowball save across, and then he managed to get away a little bit before dying. It really was that kind of dance of death from mid one that extended the fight just a little bit longer. But yeah, what's up with the Chrono there? Just Ame a little bit afraid of the Wraith King +1 coming into the fight, because it seemed delayed, but also seemed rushed at the same time, if you understand what I'm saying. It was one of those snap decisions that maybe went wrong.
And they know their ultis are on cooldown. Epicenter, Chrono, also Queen of Pain, Sonic Wave, so they can actually take the Roche. They have a vision with the illusions and the Frozen Sigil.
And that's going to be Roshan for them. FY
Radiant are scanning.
walks through the Radiant scan.
Roshan has fallen to the
And I
red.
think Secret will have a good idea. There's a bounty lurking in this middle lane somewhere. Oh, Puppy's holding the sentry here. Making sure there's no bounty shenanigans there. Ame, in the meantime, keeps his farm rate up. Quite often when you see a Battle Fury on Void, you expect him to accelerate super quickly, right? But he's...
You're forced to fight with your own team, and then you die, and this Battle Fury doesn't mean anything. I mean, he's still second on the network chart and is gonna have a lot of items, just needs to continue to farm, but these Chronospheres need to be successfully used.
I'll take a look at Ace. 3,000 gold saved up, and of course, it's going to be a Radiance. Wouldn't expect anything else. Fata with the hood done.
Radiant's bottom
A little
tower
bit of
is under attack.
magic resist there, or block up against the Quap and Jakiro. Pretty tasty. Well, up towards top lane. Ace.
Oh, Ace is in problem.
He has reincarnation and armlet. And LGD just
Is under attack.
always so afraid of Secret. The way that Secret play, you know, up in their face non-stop with every single hero, you never know where the rest of the people are. They're deep inside their own side of the
Yeah,
map.
because they don't have any vision. Like, they have 0 wards on the map right now.
That was one of the big problems with LGD in the previous game, right?
Yeah, how's that even possible?
Like, they would make these moves. Like, Ame right now with maybe.
Alright, FY has 2 wards in his inventory.
Fata getting right-click down, though, with a double damage from Queen of Pain. Easy pickings with the Chrono while up at top lane. They'll know the Chrono's down and the Quap is there, so they move in. Jakiro caught, but Epicenter nicely done with the burst strike. Snowball, Snave better. Yapsor keeps everyone alive with the doppelganger out. Mid one tries to sprint away. Quap arrives and takes the Aegis out immediately, but Ace slaying people in the midst of battle. He does not care. His sword is bigger than your mace. Ame has to run away. The charge off Puppy in onto Maybe. Do they have the control? It looks like they've got the
mana on
damage.
Queen of
They
Pain.
don't care about control. Secret, secret, secret.
Well, that was basically a fight 7, actually 6 versus 5, because Razor was out. They had the Aegis on Phantom Lancer and the Reincarnation on Raid King. Like, you need to focus these heroes because they deal a ton of damage, but
Dire's top tower
on the other
is
hand,
falling.
you don't want to focus them. Chrono is on cooldown for the next 30 seconds. They want to go for tier 3 right now.
They're breaking high ground.
Is under attack. Dire's
In
top
they
tower
go.
is
Glyph
under
forced
attack.
out.
Dire's structures
Yeah, I think
are fortified.
now maybe a good time to maybe talk about LGD and their warding situation, because a key moment for me, you brought up that the kind of the mirroring effect, you know, one team, you know, the swap of sides where we have that cut across the map and the secret side comes in, they place wards, they get them down deep, watch for the ancients. LGD did the same thing. They come in through this other side of the jungle in the previous game, and they just did not ward at all. They seem to be making maneuvers without planning ahead too far. They're just like, we need to smoke now. They go, and they don't plan about that warding in their vision early enough. They do have now a defensive ward at least up on their high ground, and one did go deep from FY, I believe that one is, as he got over towards the other side of the map. It is FY's ward indeed.
Yeah, this is the ward I love. One of the better wards, because it provides you the vision of an enemy, especially if he goes to this camp first, then you know where he's farming, and it's so easy to gank. Same position as this and this one.
Yeah, see the TPs on the shrine, see the farming, see everything.
Faceless Void just wants to tank up, not so they can't kill him. Usually would see Manta style, so he can get rid of something, but there's nothing to get rid of. That's why he went for SNY.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, reincarnation,
Ready.
it's ready, Ace, he will turn his fight around, Army stuck in the trees, he needs to cut through, there's the catch with the Chrono, but it's only on the Wraith King. They have the damage from outside as well, now they will bring down Ace with the Sonic Wave, good over the top, but LGD expended so much for just that one kill. Ice Shards do trap Arme in, but he's got a time walk to get himself away. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, that was so very nearly perfect timing.
Almost. Feels so weird, man. That can backfire. They knew that probably knew around timing when Wraith King died. Could be wrong for a couple of seconds. With Queen of Pain Lincoln Sphere, she's not that threatened with the Wraith King initiating and the Spirit Breaker as well. Faceless Void might get one as well.
It looks like he's aiming towards a BKB for now.
Radiant
Scan onto FY. Dust from Yapzor. Bounty has been rustled. No more messing around in our jungle, thank you very much. Again, you know, another move there. Sure, LG already had the ward down as they smoke in aggressively. But FY going into this jungle without any vision, just trying to scout people out himself, naturally. I do wish I could see what kind of... Oh, there we go. There's an Observer Ward on the floor. Yeah, Obs Ward smoke being dropped on the floor. Here, someone needs to go out and place these ASAP.
Yeah, and that's gonna be Bounty's job. Full Spirit Vessel on task completed. He's actually going for 90 GPM. I've said yesterday why XP gain is much better, because it gets you to level 15 faster, and then you can shout out the waves. You can just use Ice Shards and Snowball, and you clear them in one shot. It also gives you ability to be on the same level as your cores later on, and gives you a lot of status resistance as well.
Oh, they are really committing for this, but the Snowball save again. Yapzor is just so good at this. They will roll forward as the Wraithfire Blast from Ace, comes in, and they'll clear up Chalice. Mid one charges forward, but again, LGD, they are trying to force things to happen with Puppy dusting forward. FY has been caught by this potentially, and there we go. They see them. Yapzor already on the case. We'll try and bring down the pesky little bounty hunter. One more hit, one more tap. It's Fata. No, it's not. It's Yapzor gets it with the urn, I guess. Yeah. LGD trying to force the issue a little too much here and there. Wraith King now, Radiant's Armlet. They're closing in on another one of these games where their core heroes are just unkillable, right?
Yeah, the same thing they did in day number 1. They had the heroes that you can't actually kill. Like, they had 3 beefy cores. What is Phantom Lancer building into? Well, he's probably gonna go for a heart just to tank up so he doesn't die in a chrono, doesn't get blown up by a sanking epicenter.
Arme
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
running away from a
Radiant's
Spirit
bottom
Breaker
tower
under
is
Tusk.
attack.
Never know what's coming in behind. So Chalice started this game very, very nicely, but his farm priority, it feels, has kind of been given away to the Quap and the Void very heavily, as Arme feels he needs more creeps. to be more of an impact in this game. And they've been running around using the Blink and the Force Staff pretty nicely to catch people off. Still waiting, though, for this maybe Queen of Pain to hit another ulti like we saw bottom lane. That initial fight, you know, the 3-man Sonic Wave was very nice, but Secret haven't lined up for any of them.
Oh, I love what the mid one has queued up. I don't think that's used enough. He has Abyssal Blade. Like, you have a Stout Shield you start with, and then you go for a Basher for the extra lockdown on Faceless Void and Queen of Pain, which are really mobile. Especially with Queen of Pain having Lincoln Sphere and Void going for that tanky build with a BKB. So they need some extra lockdown. I hope he goes for it, that he doesn't change the mind and go for
Butterfly.
Heart. No, Heart. I mean, Heart would give him the tankiness, but so is that Vanguard.
I'm not sure about this LGD. Yeah, that's a Wraith King. He has an ultimate which allows him to respawn, and you've had difficulties previously with that. They do fall back just a little bit here. Arme and Chalice on the high ground. No Radiant vision up in this part of the map. Secret only sees their creep waves and these two wards down in their own jungle. The battle around Roshan, though, as the big man respawning now. No,
now.
Is it just bugged? I think it's just bugged. Now!
Yeah, it's not working, Gary.
Do you want to try it?
Your king
3, 2, 1.
Oh, you were close, man. If only he started, yeah, if he only started a second earlier, he would have looked so good. He would have looked so good. But yeah, Secret, they know. They know. Poppy's got the internal clock. He walks, he smokes, he moves. And Roshan for ace in mid one.
Yeah, it's an Estonian clock, but works as good as Swiss.
Absolutely. They got rid of the Soviet waves and they made some clocks of their own, and they turned out better. Now Bounty immediately blown up. LGD feels like they need to still go into this pit. They've got the Chrono and a BKB done now for Arme. But mid one had ace. Quickly dispatching the Roshan. LGD with maybe mid shoving out that creep wave. Trying to set up for something and give themselves a little more of an angle to move in, but this has given Secret an angle to strike as well. The BKB from Arme jumps away from the static link. He can go for a 2-man Chrono here, but it's not going to be good enough. They try and force Chalice out, but he's dead. 3 gone from LGD already as the Queen of Pain blinks up towards the high ground with Arme holding the ramp as well. But jump in from Ace, pops the Lincolns out. There's the blink away again from Maybe, and FY tries to earn the Queen of Pain up, but in comes a charge. Puppy, he's ready to fight. No, he's not. Turn tail and run. They're forced a buyback from the Sand King, and this will be their time to depart.
I'm surprised that they didn't take the Roche there. Instead, they decided to chase Queen of Pain, which might actually backfire. They still have Reincarnation on Wraith King, which is level 3. Sand King needed to buy back there.
Roshan glitched out inside of his pit, doesn't know where to stand. Twiddling his thumbs over in the right-hand side of the room. But middle lane, they will jump in. Puppy gets taken out as quickly as he sprinted forward. Ace now with a Spirit Vessel on him. Gonna get right-click down here. I don't think he can armlet toggle through this. We'll see, though. Ace chronoed up, and he definitely can't. They do not catch the PL, though, as Fata moves forwards. Mid one. Still full HP, they can't deal with him. Mid one's just going to run in here and do a ton of damage. Chalice gone. Nice Ice Path Macropire does get the Tusk. Yapsor can't snowball save people, but FY being ripped apart. The PL illusions going in. Fata dropped by Maybe, and they don't want to deal with a PL. They're killing everyone else instead. LGD says, cool, mid one, you do what you want. We will destroy the rest of your team.
Nice
Doppelganger
dodge.
over the Ice Path now. Ace still rolling forward as X-Nova gets brought to his knees.
Yeah, that Chronosphere only caught PL on the edge and caught Wraith King with an ultimate, and Jakiro was not even around to follow up with the damage.
And Secret, straight back into Roshan. LGD, unfortunately, not getting what they needed.
So PL picked up both Cheese and Aegis. Should probably give a Cheese to Razor if possible, so they have 3 lives.
I mean, when was the last time we saw Sonic Wave from Queen of Pain? It feels like maybe he's really holding on to this for as long as possible, for those real big ultis to come out.
It feels like whenever she uses Sonic Wave, the sound is stuck in my ears, and it feels like it's always on cooldown, but it's actually not. So
Very good rendition.
Yeah, they're gonna go in right now. PL has actually gone for Scotty, just needs career to buy it.
They blow up Puppey. There is a reincarnation here from Ace, though, as the Burrow Strike lands on 2. Chalice with no Sandstorm, but a good Ice Path. Blink forward, maybe catches mid one. Aegis and she's still on him, though, like you were mentioning. Turns back and fights.
No
maybe
mana
no
on Queen of
mana,
Pain.
can't blink. One charge there, but is unable to get it done. Now Ace just moves on forwards. He's a bulldozer, rolling in onto LGD. The tarmac unable to withstand the weight of this Wraith King. Oh, they ping it out. Fanta
Radiance
knows,
just
Fanta
come
knows.
with the Radiance.
There we go. Very nicely done.
Yeah, Queen of Pain, she does have a buyback, and she's the only one on the side of LGD.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's a Razor with Cheese, another ulti from Wraith King, and still Aegis on Phantom Lancer. So you have 3 cores with 3 lives.
Middle tower.
8 versus 5, 8 versus 3 actually.
Dire's middle tower.
Poor Jakiro saved up a little bit here with the Yules and a stun. X-Nova dead to rights as the Wraith King dismantles
Middle barracks are under
and mounts the 2 heads on his bedroom wall. Ace will take down a nice little lane of racks here for Secret to claim as they shift up towards top as well. Chrono ready from the Faceless Void, but they need maybe to be alive at this point. Tier 3 top will surely fall. Arme comes in, catches the Wraith King, but Reincarnation is there.
He just hits everyone once, goes back.
They just can't do anything. LGD, they're just getting outdone here. Secret inside his base, the doppelganger over, dodges the Burrow Strike. Arme now can't even time walk away, dead for a minute and a half. Queen of Pain blinking, TPing, where's she off to? I can't keep up. Maybe, okay, back in the fountain then.
When it's time to call it, it's time to call it.
I don't believe it might just be time to call it. There's the Sonic Wave, but Secret 5-man rotation into the fountain. On my way, says Fata, but that is surely game. GG is called, and Team Secret 2-0. Wipe LGD off the face of the freaking map.
Yeah, once again, Team Secret with unorthodox picks. Like 4 melee heroes. The bottom lane was lost at the start, but they managed to come back. The jungling Wraith King is the new Legion commander in the jungle, what it seems to be. Jokes aside, Team Secret, I don't know who's gonna take them down. They feel like on the same level as Liquid and Newbie. When a Newbie steps up, it's gonna be battle between these 3. All other teams that I've seen are 1 level below them. The decision making from Team Secret, also the way they draft, it's pretty impossible to guess what they're gonna play, and aggressive wards, which gives them a lot of vision, and Spirit Breaker as position 5 and Tusk as well. They devoured pretty much the whole map. At one point they didn't have a single ward on side of LGD.
Yeah, I'm just like going back and thinking about how that game was like so close, but LGD were like unable to get their combos off properly.
The Chronosphere were off point pretty much the whole game. Even when you have that Void and you use it, let's say on a Razor, that kill, they just go for tier 3s.
Yeah, well, Secret swinging out, looking very good. We've got one more series for you today. We're getting through this very quickly. 2-0, 2-0. Pretty damn speedy, but Fnatic against Kinguin will be our final series of the day here on the B stream as we get ourselves into the lobby and ready for that one. Probably going to be about 10-15 minutes, but maybe a bit sooner. We've been very quick here with the ESL admins doing their job so very wonderfully as we move ourselves into our final best of 3 of the day. Let's get it on.